this will not be there. Therefore, to find out will be tough.
No, you can just go with the date, because every date is like a live video, right? So it is according to the date. So if you've missed, tomorrow is what, 4th of December? You go to the 4th of December Manana and you will get to know. Manana, or even the session with Nana.
Okay. Can you give me the link separately tomorrow? Tomorrow.
That is, yeah. No, I'll post it in the group. You can actually subscribe to the channel. So when you subscribe, automatically, whenever a YouTube is uploaded, it will give you a message.
Okay, then. That's
get a notification. That will be easy for you to keep count.
Okay.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryankara Vavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Chaiva Tato Jayamudirayet. Jai Gurudev. Yeah, let's share our, it's very profound, this. Every session is like that.
Can you please go up one paragraph up where it says just not one God? I think it's there. It's about one God.
Yeah.
It talked about one God, and it says there is nothing other than God, something like that, right? It's very, just one paragraph afterwards.
1 second, let me check that. Yeah. Other than Ishvara, there is nothing. And that Ishvara is non-separate from the Atma. We do not say that there is one God. We say all that is there is God. Is that what you meant?
Yes, yes. And that is how it is, just one God.
Yeah.
It is universal.
All that is there is only Ishvara. Because Ishvara is both the Nimitta Karana as well as the Upadana Karana. So he's in and through the creation. So therefore there is only one. Basically what is being talked of here is the Advaita principle. There is no duality. There is only one. I am not other than Ishvara, and Ishvara is not other than me. In other words, Tattvam Asi. But the predication here is only for you, Tvam. The problem is with Tvam, me, the you aspect, because of that veil of Ajnana, the Vikshepa, there is this confusion of non-recognition that I am that. So our whole problem journey from, journey towards moksha is to remove this veil. Your problem is solved when you understand who you are, what you are. That is, when you understand that you are that Brahman, which is Ishvara.
I think it's a journey from Tattvamasi to Aham Brahmasmi.
Yeah.
Jai Gurudev, I want to know the Bhavitavyam Bhavati meaning exactly, Ramraji.
What is it? I couldn't hear.
Bhavitavyam Bhavati. One sentence I found. 1 second.
Also, I did not quite get this thing of why they used both Sarvatma and Sarvabhutastha. Why were these two? I think there was an explanation that Swamiji gave. Why are we using both the words? Bhavitavya.
What is to happen will happen. What I have to do, will do. After that, that sentence came Bhavitavyam Bhavati.
Bhavitavyam bhavati is what is ordained will happen. That is the gist of that karmani evadikaraha te ma phaleshu kadachana. So
Thank you.
we do only what is to be done, and what has to happen will happen. That is the bhavitavyam bhavati.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
Because Ishvara is the karma dhyaksha. He is the one who is the wielder of all the karmas, the karma phalas.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So why does
Can we say that according to our prarabdha, things will happen also? Karmas will happen. Because already it is happened, no? Prarabdha karma.
correct? And that is Ishvara, no?
Yeah. Only we cannot उसके फल पे अपना ये नहीं है, क्या कहते, we can't own that results. Result will also happen on the rules according to our karmas only.
So our free will is only where
To do
in
karma
deciding
only.
what is to do. Yeah, karma, that is it. So what is to be done is, that's why Swamiji keeps on harping on that one sentence. What is to be done is to be done. And that what is to be done, you can not do it, do it and do it differently. There you have the free will. Kartum shakyam, akartum shakyam, and anyathava kartum shakyam.
There we use karma to do karma.
Huh?
We have to, according to dharma, we have to do the karma.
Exactly. And that is where the Shraddha comes in. In the Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga in chapter 17, we saw how there are 3 different kinds of Shraddha. Your Sattvic, Tamasic and Rajasic Shraddha. So that is what we have to fine tune, to upgrade ourselves to the Sattvika Shraddha, so that what is to be done actually comes. That is getting the right thought at the right time. So the more we are aligned with Ishvara, the more we are in tune with our own nature, then we will do what is to be done. We will not be doing what is not to be done. And that is prajna, getting the right thought at the right time. That is being beyond your intellect, coming from the space of intuition. Because I had this doubt, what is to be done? Now, supposing you have wrong thinking, what is to be done may not be what you actually do, right? It depends on how clear your thinking is. If there is clarity in your thought, then that will guide you into doing what is to be done. But if there is little vikshepa there, it is not very clear, you may not be doing the thing that is to be done. You may be doing something else.
Yeah, that's why he said next dharma includes the adharma also, and that we have to surrender that also. It may happen.
But he says giving up adharma is in not doing adharma. That is giving up.
Correct.
Isn't it?
No, here I think he included dharma, adharma as a karma. In that way, he says give up karma in the sense non-doership, right? Giving up karma is non-doership.
With jnana, you have to do leave the karma. That is what is jnana, karma, sannyasa.
I have a small, I want a clarity on Ishvara is, what is Ishvara's relation? So my understanding of Ishvara is the law of nature.
Ishvara is a
whatever
Brahman with the Maya attribute.
With action.
Maya.
Shakti. Shakti, yes, Maya.
Brahman
Okay.
with Maya is
And-
Ishvara.
And Hiranyagarbha?
Big mind.
Sum of all the mind. Big mind.
Is the
Yes.
Hiranyagarbha is the samishti sukshma shariras. The sum total of all the sukshma shariras put together, that is the big mind. And Virat is the sum total of all the, not just the
Sthula.
sthula, all the, not just the sthula sharira, but the sentient, insentient, all that is manifest, all that is visible. That
Okay.
is the sukshma.
Virat, understood. No, I'm having little. I need a little clarity on Hiranyagarbha and Ishvara. Ishvara, I understand. Brahman with Maya. Then Hiranyagarbha is only the big mind.
It is like, Sumaji, like Nana said, let's not get too involved in this, but at the same time, it is important for you to get this. So, see, Ishvara is like the universal set, and Virat and Hiranyagarbha is like the subsets. They're part of Ishvara, yes, right? But
Nice.
they're just terms qualifying the different attributes of Ishvara. Ishvara is it is what it pervades. He pervades through in and through creation. But that aspect of Ishvara which is manifest
Okay. Got
is
it.
the Virat. That which is in the Sukshma Shariras is Hiranyagarbha.
Okay. Thank
That's
you.
how I understood it. And I think
Hari Om, I just need to make my understanding clear as well. When Sarva Bhutastha and Sarvatma. So Sarva Bhutastha, does it mean that all 5 elements, Jada Chetana, it includes, and Sarvatma means the consciousness, the Chaitanya. So it is all Ishvara.
yeah, even I did not quite understand that why Sarvatma and Sarva Bhutastha are there. Maybe we'll read this once again so that
in Sarva Bhutatma, he said ki the consciousness will not appear for others. Means we will see it is an object, but there is a subtle consciousness in that. Like Gurudev sometimes say, no, that stone also have some unit of prana. Like that, I think. Let us read that.
yeah, we'll read
paragraph.
this once again. When one says, I am the self of all, Aham Sarvatma, where does this I, Aham come from? Shankara says that Aham is the one who obtains in all things. Sarva Bhutastha. Why does he say this? Is not Sarvatma good enough? No, it is possible to construe from Sarvatma that Atma has modified into the world. Therefore, we have to say that it is not modified. It transcends everything and it is also immanent. If we only say that it obtains in all things, Sarva Bhutastha, you may think that if Atma is inside you, it is not outside and everything else is separate from you. Therefore, we have to say both the statements. Aham Sarva Bhutastha Atma. I am the very being of all living beings. And Aham Sarvatma. I am in the form of all beings. Even though the Lord, that is consciousness, is present in everything, it is only the conscious being who is in the buddhi that can be known as the same consciousness, Atma. The whole creation is standing in the same Chaitanya Atma, which means that Ishvara obtains in everything, not fractionally, but in full measure. Suppose there is one big lump of something that is distributed to everybody, then everyone will have a bit of it. If it is consciousness, everyone will have one spark of some column of consciousness. Does everybody have a spark of consciousness within, like the sparks emanating from fire? No, we cannot make a spark out of consciousness. It is Satya, the only thing here. In your buddhi, there is a complete Purna Satchidananda Atma. The same Satchidananda Atma alone is Ishvara, and therefore the Lord who is everything, Sarvatma, is the one who obtains in all beings, Sarva Bhutastha. That means Atma is Sarva Bhutastha, one that is present in every being. We understand that Atma is Bhutastha, that is, it is immanent inside every being, like a thread that passes through every bead in a necklace. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very clear about this again still. I don't know if anyone can throw light on this.
It is very nice, beautifully. Like if you see the whole existence, all planets, they are all in place, but they are connected, right? They are either through magnetic force or gravitational or whatever you say. I think Ishvara is everything. It is inclusive of everything. I mean, what I am not able to express it. I mean, it is the base for everything. Like when the last statement what Swamiji wrote, no, that it is like a thread which is passing through all the beads.
I think in
So
Tattva
Stavara,
Buddha,
Jangama, Jada, Chaitanya, everything it includes.
The Chaitanya is Atma and the being, what exists, is Bhutatma.
I think we have to look at it like, look, there's nothing other than that, right? So that's where the way to understand it becomes a little, you can't say what it is, but when you say that there is nothing without it, then it makes more sense. The ultimate substratum, without that, there is nothing. So only because we are caught up with our organs of perception is the reason we are not able to comprehend it. But if we go a little beyond, we can understand that everything. Okay, when he said the necklace, I don't know it where the necklace exists also is the same.
Yeah.
There in the beads also. It's not just in the
Yeah,
thread.
exactly. I was about to say he's not only the thread, he's the beads, and person wearing also is him, isn't
And
it?
where that necklace is kind of conceived to be, that also is that, right? It's an imaginary, meaning a necklace may be just a thing to probably make us understand, but the where that necklace exists, how that necklace comes about is all in that same Brahman, right? So we have
means Adhar, we can't.
yeah, Adhar, the whole substratum where this thing.
No, if we see, I understand the Sarvatma is fine, but the why I'm trying to understand why Swamiji has used and why Bhagwan has used Sarvatma and Sarvabhutastha, both of them. For me, I think both mean the same, but there is a subtle difference, which is what maybe I'm not able to get. Sarvabhutastha and Sarvatma. It's as conceptually to understand that he pervades in and through creation is fine. But isn't that the same as Sarvatma, Sarvabhutastha? But what is that subtle difference? I'm still kind of not clear with.
Written here, see, Aham Sarvabhutastha Atma. I pervade in all the, that is what is Sarvatma.
So, Brahmaraji, whenever we get a question like this, we should use today's Nanaji's explanation.
Yeah, what are we for?
What does that serve in us realizing we are the Atma? If it doesn't, okay, leave it.
Take it aside, correct. I know, I was thinking of that also. But that Swamiji has clearly mentioned why he's used Sarvatma, Sarva Bhutastha, that I was not able to kind of intellectually perceive that distinction. I was trying to get that clarity, that's all. But I agree with you.
I yeah,
From
I
now on,
think it is like
every time we
air
get a question, at least I'm going to practice on myself that, okay, does it help me to realize that I am Atma? No, then leave it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can get caught up there, right? We can get caught up.
Correct.
Intellect is very sharp, right? It will hold on to things which may not be important and we lose the whole essence.
Sense.
So,
Here I feel so that how air is there everywhere, but near the fan it is, you can feel it more. And the same way how the electricity or all the channels are there in the air, but only you can catch it in the TV box. Like that, that Sarvatma and like the difference, though there is, it is the same thing, but there is difference in the means from the common point of view. So we are different at one level and we are one at one level. Like that, I think we need to understand.
so that difference also, I think Swamiji mentioned. Look, we living beings, we meaning not only human beings, even animals and plants and all, there is that element of Sukshma Sharira, right? That is that
Correct.
sentiency which is there. The others, that also is Atma, is a part of the Brahman. But the sentiency is not there because there is no Sukshma Sharira.
Correct.
So this life force is what gives us that sentiency, isn't it? That's a really beautiful thing to think about.
And
Makes
that
us
is
different.
why, that is why for a Jnani, the Jnani Lakshana is what? For him, a lump of clay, gold, everything is the same. That there is one verse in
Yeah, that's I've heard that.
also a dog eater as well as a
Yes.
person who's a sadhu, he does not see a difference.
And I think in this journey, when that Sarvatma Bhav is expanding, that time even cutting the vegetable, sometimes it gives pain to the bhakta, because it can feel that Sarvatma thing more and more. And then it in the process, then the transcendence happens. But everybody goes through that phase also, where you start feeling the oneness with everything, and then cutting the vegetable also becomes little bit kind of painful. Bhagwan ko kaat rahe, kind of like, they are all the stages, I think, to ultimately experience that everything is same. Jai Gurudev.
Yeah, it's actually jnanis. We might think they've become renunciates, left everything, but I think the level of sensitivity in them will be much bigger or much more than many others, right?
Yes, because many times, have you observed, Gurudev, like with so much this thing, we are at such a this thing in his aura, and suddenly he says कि देखो देखो वो आप घास के ऊपर या किसी एक छोटे से पौधे पे स्टैम्प कर रहे हो, इतने सारे लोगों में exactly he will pinpoint कि somebody is stamping, means his sensitivity is so much that in hundreds of people, hardly there are few here and there some shrubs. But if one shrub is little bit disturbed, Gurudev immediately gets that pain. And he immediately mentions, ki, be little bit careful, that shrub is getting hurt. I was really, and in the dark night, when suddenly, means we went to Rishikesh and we landed, and he was coming out from one satsang and it was quite dark. And after a long time, all of us, we jumped onto him, and he said, one small shrub was there, very corner, but somebody had, I think, stamped on it, and Gurudev caught him in the dark night. So their sensitivity is so high that They can tune to anything and everything. Gurudev used to go to specially one huge tree in Calcutta after every advanced post station because the tree was inviting him to come nearer to the tree. Jai Gurudev.
It is same like, see, you have a whole body. If you pull one hair, okay, you will get that pain. You understood? That is what, even I think in the commentary also, if you push for a person, if you call him, we had that example, no? We can call him, but we can just push his one finger, means the whole person will come, like that,
Yeah.
something.
Wake up, Swamiji. You don't need to wake up the whole person to pray to God. You don't need to. You just need to think of Him. That is why he said duty is God in the explanation of how your duty is God in the explanation of Karma Yoga. But going back to the Sarvatma, that is why it is not just people. Human values are not just meant for people and beings around. It is also for the environment. That is why in so many ways Gurudev has said the earth is also a living being. The universe, the earth, we think it is inert, but then there is so much of life in there. And therefore, all the environment protection, sustainability activities that are there are so important. River rejuvenation, for instance, so many things. It is like taking the sum total into existence, into consideration.
So that sum total is Sarva Bhutatma. And is the living beings it's Sarvatma? Is it like that?
Is Sarva.
See, he says, therefore, we have to say both the statements. Aham sarva bhutastha atma. I am the very being of all living beings. And aham sarvatma. I am in the form of all beings. Maybe. That is fine. That's how we'll understand it for now. Yeah. I think we will stop here today. We'll catch up tomorrow.
Happy Bhagavad Gita Jayanti to all.
Yeah, I was thinking, should we chant together at some point later today, or we'll do it individually? Because I think coordinating timings across zones will be difficult. We'll do it individually. Yeah.
We will try to finish up the remaining chapters because I have got quite a lot. So I have been planning throughout the day I'll chant.
Yeah.
And finish up 18. Yeah.
Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.